You're watching Good Morning Oklahoma here on 5 Alive. We're the McCain brothers, and with us this morning is Harold Wright, the general manager of KRPT Radio in Anadarko. Good morning, Harold.
Good morning. Good morning.
How's your radio station?
Radio is great in Oklahoma.
Well, good.
It really is. We're surviving and doing great.
Well, now, we're not here to talk about broadcast this morning. We're here to do a little magic.
You bet. You bet. As you know, in addition to being, in broadcasting, I'm also a magician.
It's a cute little bird you've got there.
Right. And you have to do a lot of magic in radio.
Yeah.
I promise you, it helps. It comes in handy. Yeah, I have with me today a bird cage. This is a gilded cage, and inside a bird. Now, this particular trick was one performed by the great Harry Blackstone many years ago.
Yeah, heard of
and he made the canary disappear inside the cage. And that's what we're going to do this morning. Most of the time, magicians don't tell what they're going to do before they do it.
Yeah.
You see?
That's kind of a law there.
But in this case, we're going to. And to make this trick even more difficult, Ben, if you'll place your bottom hand on the bottom of the cage, and Butch, if you'll place your top hand on the top of the cage, we'll go on with the trick.
All right, right here.
That's not your top hand.
Well, how about that?
Don't you know your top from your bottom, Butch?
Yeah. Sometimes I get mixed up.
Okay. Now that's good. You see, now you're holding the cage, right?
Yeah.
And the bird's in the cage, and we'll see what happens. 1, 2. Wait just a minute. I'm afraid something happened. Something's on your hand there. The bird has done its...
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey!
Whoa, look at that. That is terrific. Harold Wright.
Hey, you not only made the bird disappear, but the cage with it.
That's what you call real magic,
amazing.
isn't it?
Harold, that is amazing.
Isn't that great?
I mean, you guys are so good. You're the best assistants I've ever had.
That is terrific.
And we were standing right beside him.
Hey, you don't mind. That is terrific. Really. Yeah, can I shake hands with you, Butch?
Yeah.
How you doing?
You know, you're looking good there with that tie.
I appreciate that.
Isn't that a good-looking tie?
He
I thought he
is a
usually
sharp
wore
dresser.
a bow tie.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
I really like that. You know,
What are you going to do, Harold?
do you mind if I take it off?
No, you go right ahead.
Do you mind?
You go ahead.
Well, go ahead. It's your magic show
Let's see
here.
if I can get that off here. Doesn't want to come off for some reason. I brought a pair of scissors.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's just cut it.
That was just my tie.
Now it came off. That came off real easy that time. Now we've got. Uh-oh. The tie is cut in half. What are we going to do here?
What are we going to do, Harold?
Why don't we do this? Would you mind? You've always wanted to do something to your brother, haven't you?
But he's already cut it, Butch, so don't be upset. I mean, don't
Was this an expensive tie?
Your tie.
No, don't bother this time.
Was this expensive tie?
Well, no. I think it was Ben's old one anyway.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do. I'm going to. You look awfully uncomfortable here, and I'm going to unbutton your shirt just a little bit. Is that okay?
Well, I guess. I don't know what you're up to here, Harold, but...
What are you going to do here,
I want
Harold?
to make him more comfortable.
Make him
Now,
more
there we go.
comfortable?
You know, he has a long sleeve shirt on. Let's take the long sleeve shirt and let's unbutton that.
Hey there, man. Hey there. Look at there. Hey.
It's magic.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
What are you going to do,
Well,
Harold?
watch close because you see he's got his shirt on and now it's off.
Hey, look at that. I feel like I've been in a poker match. where I've lost.
Harold, that is terrific.
How do you like that? Ring around the collar.
No.
That is great. Well, what are we going to do about the tie?
I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm afraid it's just cut up and gone.
Harold Wright, excellent job. Thank you very much for joining us. We want to have you back again.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll thank you. Not going to have my shirt back.
I want to mention one thing before we get off the air, if it was all right.
Sure.
We're going to be doing a lecture series for the Western Plains Library System in June. We'll be traveling into Weatherford and Thomas, Clinton, Sealing, and towns in western Oklahoma.
What, doing magic?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
okay, and I'm sure that if the folks would like to ask you some questions, they can call KRPT Radio in Anadarko.
You bet.
Harold Wright, thank you very much.
Enjoyed it.
We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Good Morning Oklahoma. We told Harold Wright goodbye, but Harold, Butch is a little upset about his tie. What are you going to do about
We've
it?
got to go on with this broadcast, Harold, and it wouldn't look
I
real
thought I was going to
professional.
get by without that. I knew you would ask me to do this. Everybody wants to, thinks magicians, you know, can put things back together again. Is that what you're expecting me to do? I mean, that looks like a nice tie. You could just put it right here like that.
Well, if I had some glue, yeah.
How would that be? Let's try something. I have a little magic bag. Every magician has a magic bag.
Sure.
You see, there's nothing in the bag, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now you drop the pieces of the tie into the bag.
All right.
It's an expensive tie, huh?
Two. Do we need to throw some
Yeah,
thread in there, too?
well, yeah. Okay, now, are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. I know he's really
Now,
ready for
you
it.
say the magic word, hocus pocus, and reach in there and see if it's back together again.
Hocus pocus.
Okay, grab it. Oh, no, it still didn't work, did it?
What?
Let's stick it back. Let's stick it.
Those are the right words.
Let's stick it back. Let's stick it back in there again, and I'll say the words. You want me to?
Well, yeah, I wish you
Hocus
would.
pocus, Domine Ocus.
Look at that, Harold.
There's your
you
tie back
son of a
together
gun.
again, and there's nothing in the
There
bag.
you go, Butch.
And nothing in the bag.
Great
All right.
job, Harold Wright from Anadarko. Now let's check to see how livestock sold at the Oklahoma National Stockyards yesterday. Here's our dependable neighbor, Wilfred White.
For the week here at Oklahoma City Stockyards, we sold 11,806. Stockard feeder cattle were $2 to $3 higher for the week. Slaughter cows steady to $1 higher, and slaughter bulls steady. Here at Oklahoma City Weekly Hog Auction, we sold 1,285. Butcher bears and gilts were 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 higher, and sows were $1 to $2 higher. Here at Oklahoma City Wednesday Sheep and Goat Auction, we sold 207. Slaughtered lambs were steady. Feeder lambs $4 to $5 lower. Cull ewes were $3 higher. This is your neighbor Wilfred White reporting from Oklahoma City Stockyards.
Thank you, Wilfred, this morning out at the yards. It's going to be a big run today, fairly big run, 4,737 head of cattle, 301 hogs, expecting 6,500 head of cattle, 500 calves, and 700 hogs. You know, we were kidding with Gene Stipe just a moment ago, saying that Wilfred White was going to be the host of Saturday Night Live here soon, and of course we were kidding Wilfred about that, and he wasn't that familiar with Saturday Night Live. Gene Stipe is hip, though. He knows.
He's hip to the job.
He's hip. The Gulf wheat bid at the close Friday, $4.92, up a penny from the close of Thursday. The July Kansas City futures bid, $4.36. Basis for the Gulf bid, 56 cents over the July futures bid. State elevators, Beaver 402, Ponca City 417, El Reno 412. And let's check the other elevator prices across the state. Piedmont 412, Yukon 412, Lawton 421. Milo, soybeans, corn, cotton. Look at those figures. And how about the hay quotes across the state of Oklahoma at 646. Are you back together?
So how's that?
Yeah, you look fine. That Harold, he's impressive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is some...
Now, I just hope my tie doesn't fall apart now. Who's coming up tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we've got veterinarian Dr. Dennis Duggar and Denny Hopkins. He'll be here showing us the latest in shoes, boots, and bags, and also the Carl Albert Junior High Stage Band. And Butch, they tell us that we better get to commercial break. And after commercial break, we'll have the top news stories of the day and Brother Butch's 5-day forecast you can remember. Don't go away.